Well, I was an average person, an average American kid. This older girl, sort of tough kid next door taught me to put worms on hooks and catch fish and not cry feeling sad for the worms. And I became a fisherman for a while. And I swatted flies. If a bee came in the kitchen, I'd roll up a newspaper and crouch over and ran after it, smacked it dead out of fear. I swatted spiders. I was not a creature person. Meanwhile, I thought I was a nature poet, a romantic, sensitive person. Well, so one day I decided to write a story poem with a fly as the main character flying through time. And I hadn't really looked at the flies, and they were up on the wall hanging around. And I poured them some milk in a saucer and said, "Oh, flies, come on down," so I could look at them and see their face and write about them better. And I looked at them for the first time around 37 years old, and I thought, my God, these are cute. I like flies. Well, they're like little Martian with big eyes. So I stopped swatting flies. Then I walked in the kitchen one day, and Judith was standing there with her fingers sticking up, and this bee had flown over and was sitting on her fingertips and talking to her and chatting away, and then it turned around and flew on out the window. And I thought, well, holy God, look at that. I like that way better, you know. So I quit swatting bees, and then the air tore, and these two huge magi ants in robes showed up in the air and said, "You saved an ant in St. Louis. You shall be with us forever." And I thought, well, gee, thanks, you know. And so little by little, I turned into a creature person. You know, from just, I like cats and dogs, and but I wasn't a creature person. I turned into a creature person. I started paying attention to creatures, and bees landed on my finger, you know, and I stopped swatting flies. And about this time, angels started showing up, which I did not believe in angels. I did not believe in a soul. I did not believe in God. And almost, if the stars hadn't been in the sky, I wouldn't have believed in the universe. You know, I just didn't believe in anything. It didn't matter to me. Life is for chasing tits and ass and lightning and slashing rain, right? Death is far away. And so then suddenly angels started showing up in the kitchen. You know, I like cheesecloth against the walls and stuff. And standing right up face to face, I said to one of them, "Gee, how come you guys have wings? You don't need them to fly over here." And he said, "Well, they go in and out of style." Right? And so I started tentatively believing in angels, or if it's just a fantasy, so what? Most of our lives are fantasies, stories, movies, TV. There's only 1% reality in our lives. All the rest is stories and fantasies anyway. Maybe I'll get some right poem material or something. So eventually, little by little, I became a creature person, and I learned to meditate, and I started having dreams, and angels crossed my eyelids all night long and gave me the dust of their feet, and I was flying, learned to fly out of my body, and I was flying over this forest, submerged in clearest water. No, it was moisture, and little lightnings were zipping between the trees, and a woman's voice over my shoulder said, "This is how I think." Like it was the spirit of earth was saying, "The trees of my nerve endings, this is how I think." And I was impressed. I thought that was worth writing down. this horse-sized laser-eyed wolf came through the wall, and I jumped up on him. He had a doggy smell. We flew out into the stars. It came to a huge dragon, and hundreds of creatures were camped on the dragon's back, living there. And I thought, you know, and then there was this, I was down in this flock of goats, and ran, reared up and looked at me and slid the dark light of his eyes down to my chest, like you know, like I giving you some power or something. And some nice temper came through the walls of the cafe in golden robes and took their sword and stuck it in my chest, and power went down the sword, and I started to think, oh, what am I being chosen? What am I, the Messiah or something? You know, what's going on here? You know. Well, so it all added up to that the creatures were making a big push to try to close the animal labs, get people to stop cutting up frogs alive in bioclass, and cutting off rabbits' eyelids to squirt chemicals in their eyes, and poison sprays in the gardens. The bees come crawling out of the poison gardens, rubbing their eyes over the curb and into the street, and lean into the car wheel and commit suicide. You know, and to try to make everybody realize the soul exists, the angels exist, the creatures are souls, the dragons are souls, all the hogs and cows we ate are souls. They outnumber us. They run to beyond, not us. We are a piddle, and you better start treating the creatures right, or you're going to be in big trouble beyond. This is starting to sound like a Jesus track, my unfavorite thing, you know. But that's what the story seemed to be, you know, was treat creatures right or pay in hell, you know. So I started feeding mice and rats, feeding birds. My favorite bird must have died, or spirit came to me over the night air. I stuck a crippled foot in my eye to see, and then was no longer at the feed. Little hints and indications were here and there about the existence of the soul. So I wrote about it, and then my papers kept getting stolen, hauled off. My van got hauled with all my papers. So I started again. I lived in my Volkswagen Bug. My Volkswagen Bug got hauled with all my papers. I kept losing my writing, you know. I was trying to write something so great and wonderful that it kicks the Bible right off the road, you know. Just flip it against the sky, and I'll tell you what really matters here. And so, once again, I tried it in this little bunch of papers here, and I don't know, hopefully somebody's going to outright it, and somebody's going to make some movies about some mice, because movies beat words, you know. And it seems like a long shot, you know. It seems like trying to win the lotto on a scratch 'em, to try to pull something like this off, to reach the entire world and cast a spell on the entire world, convincing them that the soul exists, it got nothing to do with Jesus. The creatures are souls, and you got to treat them right, you know, and look up to them instead of seeing them as trash. We're something, they're nothing, you know. In fact, we don't really think, we're human beings, we say, but we don't really think that, you know. Maybe I'm a human being, maybe you're not, you know. It seems to me like a very atheistic period, but maybe I'm wrong. Um, I don't know how we're going to get it to happen, but I'm still trying. I'm almost dead, but I'm still trying. And maybe somebody else will write it up better or do some great art or movies and get it finally across. But, you know, asking them to close the animal labs and to make all those big changes, there's money always involved in everything, you know. I don't know. I'm trying to get the human race to quit breeding. Don't keep breeding more generations. Quit breeding, jump in the egg, and be a bird. Yeah, yes, you can be a seagull flying over the sky. It's vastly superior to being a human being. No millions of miles of sewers and highways and all that. You know, just only seagulls own nothing, right? Just flying, tilting to the breeze, or whichever bird you prefer. You know, there's 3 crows out the window here that play around the rain all the time. You know, the hell with intellect and knowledge and refrigerators and electronics and all that. You know, just be a stupid bird flying among the chimneys is vastly superior to all of it. You know, so that's the job. This is my one more try of giving it you. Maybe you could say it to somebody and they'll do it. They'll get it done.
I'll do my best.
Huh?
I'll do my best. All right, Swan, we love you. You know that, right? Good. Remember that. Because you're an important figure. We all, you know, that everybody who knows you loves you.